Jain children. 2 years back, I visited Taj Mahal, where I was expecting to see this beautiful whitish marble Taj Mahal. But to my surprise, I have seen this yellowish white marble Taj Mahal over there. Why do you think it happened? When I explored for the reasons, I came to know that the industries in the Agra city are responsible for this. So let us see how industries are spoiling the Taj Mahal.
Industries releases different types of harmful gases like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, SO2. Okay, and nitrogen oxides like NO2. In addition to this, burning of fossil fuels, fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, and coal releases carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. So these burning like auto while using the vehicles like cars, autos which uses the petrol and diesel as their fuels, they will release the major amount of carbon dioxide into air. And even the fossil fuel like coal is used in villages for domestic purposes and particularly in the thermal power stations, right? There also they releases major amount of carbon dioxide. So these gases, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon dioxide, they are released into the air. They are released into the air from the industries or the vehicles or from the thermal power stations, etc. Right? They are released into the air. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. Now, already air contains other gases. You know the composition of the air, right? Air contains 78 percentage of nitrogen, 21 percentage of oxygen, and 0.03 percentage of carbon dioxide, and other percentages uh, like other gases will be present there, right? So, in addition to these gases, air also contain the water vapor. You know the formula of the water, right? Water formula is H2O. Now, when these gases from the industries, vehicles enters into the air, first these gases react with the oxygen and undergoes a process called as oxidation. Like we will take the example of sulfur dioxide here. Sulfur dioxide first undergoes oxidation with the oxygen and then react with the water vapor, right? That is water. When this reaction happens, it forms an acid called sulfuric acid, whose formula is H2SO, H2SO4. Now we'll take the example of other gas like what it is nitrogen dioxide. When nitrogen dioxide reacts with the oxygen and then reacts with water vapor, that is water, forms an acid called nitric acid, HNO3. The same thing will happen with the even carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide with the oxygen and water and forms an acid called as carbonic acid, H2CO3. So majorly we will study about the sulfuric acid and nitric acid because they are the major pollutants in the air, right? So when these acids are formed, now where they are present in the air itself, right? In the atmosphere. When the gases entered into the air, here they react with the oxygen and react with the water and formed the acids here itself in the air. These acids, what are they? H2SO4 and that is sulfuric acid, nitric acid and carbonic acid. They are present in the air. So when the rain is falling, when it's raining, what happens? Along with this rainwater, this acid also reaches the earth surface. Earth surface. Right? Now these acids which are mixed with the rainwater is this rain is called as acid rain. Usually the pH of rainwater is 5.6, little bit slightly acidic in nature. Actually basically the pH of normal water like distilled water is near to 7, which is neutral. Already we discussed in the earlier classes pH of the water should be the 7, but pH of rainwater is 5.6. This is because already air contains some amount of carbon dioxide which reacts with the normal rainwater and forms carbonic acid. Just before now we discussed carbonic acid, which is a very weak acid. It is a weak acid. That's why the pH slightly becomes acidic. That is 5.6. It is just normal. It doesn't harm us in much more. But below, if the pH decreases below these 5.6, then that rain is called as acid rain. Acid rain. So when this acid rain reaches earth, what are the effects? First one, they will cause the damage to the plants and the leaves, etc. Right? And next, they will cause the damage to the even soil too, because we have already discussed pH of the soil is very important for the growth of the soil, right? Sorry, growth of the crop. So when these acid rains reaches the soil, it will changes the pH of the soil, causing the soil pollution, so that the crops growing in their particular place will face a lot of problem in growth. And next important one, that is monuments like Taj Mahal or any other structure, historical monument structures which are made up of marble and stone. Marble and stone are get damaged. Their surface will get damaged, right? So this is the example. Taj Mahal is the best example for this erosion of uh, surface by the acid rain. And even the Statue of Liberty, which is also damaged by the acid rain. How can we prevent the acid rains? First thing, we can switch to the safe alternative fuels which causes little pollution or less pollution, no pollution at all, right? Like LPG gases, CNG gases, and solar energy we can use, even hydro power we can generate, wind energies we can be utilized for the electricity. So we can go for the safe alternative fuels which will not generate any kind of harmful gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitric oxides, right? And then in the very beginning of the class, I asked a question: how industries are damaging the Taj Mahal? The answer is marble of this Taj Mahal is composition is calcium carbonate. When this calcium carbonate react with the acid rain components like sulfuric acid, they forms the calcium sulfate. This calcium sulfate gives the
yellowish white appearance to this Taj Mahal marble. I hope everything is clear. Here is the summary of the today's class.